my Championship Game Week 20 predictions. Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be doing my Championship Game Week 20 predictions. There's some absolutely corkers, there's some interesting games, and some corkers. Should we start with the first game, which is Reading versus Preston? It's a very interesting game. Reading currently sit in 11th, Preston sit in 8th. A huge game. This is an absolute huge game because Reading are starting to slip. One win in the last 5 is really poor form. It is really poor form for Reading. For Reading, and for Preston, that's 3 wins in the last 5, 2 on the bounce. Preston just look really solid, and I know their way. Friday night games are always going to be tough, as Preston sit 6th in the form table, Reading sit 19th in the form table, only picking up 4 points in their last 5. That's really poor. That's under a point a game. That is really poor. For Preston, 9 points in the last 5 sits them in the playoff spot, and 8th. So Preston are looking strong. They're looking quite good. For me, Preston get a win here. 2-1 Preston. I think they have enough quality in the tank to get the result. I think they can, definitely win this game, and be no worries for Preston. Moving on to Sheffield United versus Burnley. A very massive game. It's a huge game. Sheffield United just come back off a 1-0 win over Bristol, and Burnley coming from behind. 2-1 down. To come from behind is a massive accomplishment, and it's like, it really makes you, it's good. It's good to come back from behind, and 2-0, 2-1 down, and then going into the 91st minute, they get a goal back, and then they get another goal back, and it's just fantastic. Sheffield United in the form table sit 8th. Burnley sit top, 13 points. They're unbeaten in the last 5. For me, they win this 2-1 Burnley. I think back-to-back 2-1s. I think they'll do this, Burnley. Moving on to Rotherham versus Norwich. It's 5th v 14th. Rotherham losing from being ahead. It's a hard feeling for Rotherham fans. But Norwich creeping back into that playoff position, into 5th now, with 29 points, 2 draws, 2 losses, and a win. Not awful form. So Norwich sit 18th in the form table, 5 points. Not great form, to be fair. And Rotherham doesn't look good as well, 21st. So 2 teams not great on form. 1-1 draw. 1-1 for me. I think that game will be a draw. Very interesting. Moving on to Middlesbrough versus Bristol. 2 teams down there in the dogfight. And yes, only 3 points separate relegation and 14th. So, Wigan don't need to worry at this point. They're fine. But it's going to be interesting. 2 teams who need to pick up points. Simple as that. Middlesbrough come back off a 3-1 win over Hull. Bristol losing to Sheffield United at home. It's 1 win in the last 5 for Bristol. 2 wins in the last 5 for Middlesbrough. Not looking bad, Middlesbrough. 7 points. Looking alright in the form. 10th mid-table. Bristol are 20th. For me, I'm going to go for 1-1 draw again. I can just see a point brewing here. And for me, a huge 1-1 draw. Moving on to QPR versus West Brom. 2 teams on the other side of the table. QPR 4th, looking really good. And West Brom 23rd, not looking as bad, but they can only go up to 19th. West Brom, if they win, they could leapfrog Cardiff. So West Brom have came back with that win. A really good win over Blackpool. A strong result. It's not, we've learned it. It's not easy to play Blackpool. 3 losses, 2 wins in the last 5 for West Brom. Not bad. QPR, they've been on average form, 7 points in the last 5. QPR literally mid-table. West Brom in 17th in the form table. for me, QPR win here 2-0. QPR's quality is just a little bit better. They've got a little bit more quality than West Brom, and they're at home as well, so they have the home advantage. Moving on to Blackburn versus Huddersfield. Blackburn in second, 33 points, 4 wins, and then that loss to Coventry City midweek. Blackburn don't look brilliant. Blackburn still look really good, but they're slipping away from Burnley. But yeah, Huddersfield rock bottom, 24th, losing 2-0 to Sunderland. You thought they were back with that win, and now they're back slumbering down. A 2-0 loss to Sunderland. They beat Millwall, and you thought, wow, this could, something could happen here. But then you've got to get back-to-back wins. You can't just get wins, randomly. Yeah, that's only 1 win in the last 5. Huddersfield in the relegation zone, even in form, 22nd. And yeah, Blackburn in 3rd. So Blackburn aren't doing bad. They're in there. 4 wins in the last 5. That's not awful. For me, they get back to winning ways here. 3-0 Blackburn. Better team, better quality. And for me, yeah, Blackburn just a little bit better of a side. Moving on to Watford versus Coventry. The Sky Blues. This is a lovely team. We just beat the mighty Blackburn 1-0. What a result. Now we've got another tough game. Watford just come back with a 2-1 win over Cardiff. We've got 3 wins though in the last 5. 1 draw. We've lost 1 game in the last 5, and that was to Blackpool. Watford 4 wins in the last 5. Watford, are they back? That's the main thing. That is the main thing. I think Watford are back. 3 wins in a row. Yeah. This is not looking great. On the form table, Watford are 2nd, we're 5th. So 2 teams very good on form. 2 points separate these 2 sides on the form table. So we are right back in the mixer. We just need to if we can win here, we could really push up to possibly even 14th. Depending on the results, but I think we will. But yeah, we can really push up to like 17th, 16th, around there. With 2 games in hand as well, we need to get a win here. And Watford are in the playoffs. For me, a draw, we're away at Watford. A draw won't be awful. For me, I'm going to go for a 1-1. I think Watford will draw over Cov. I think we look good, but we have a few injuries here and there. I need to check the website to see how many injuries we have. That'll be coming up in the preview for tomorrow. But yeah, this is definitely a huge game for us. We have to pick up all 3 points. It's as simple as that. But no, we don't have to. But I think a point will do. Moving on to Blackpool versus Luton. It's 10th v 16th. Blackpool don't look awful. 2 wins, 2 losses, and a draw in the last 5. Luton 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss. So on the form table, it goes Blackpool 11th, Luton 9th. So both teams not doing awful in the form table, that is for sure. Mid-table, Luton 26 points, Blackpool 22. For me, Luton win this 2-1. For me, I can just see a Luton Town win. A huge win for them. Moving on to Millwall versus Hull. It's 9th versus 21st. Hull are down there. Hull are really, really down there. 21st, 20 points, 1 point off relegation. Things they only have like 1 game in hand on some teams. Like, this is not great, looking great for Hull. They're back down in the mud, 2 losses on the bounce. Millwall just drawing to Birmingham and then losing to Huddersfield, so a bit shaky form. 4th in the form table, and yeah, it's not looking great. Hull are 15th in the form table. For me, what's going on? For me, I'm going to go for a Millwall 2-0 win. Millwall just have enough quality, good enough team, and I think they'll win. Moving on to Sunderland versus Cardiff. Sunderland sit 12th, Cardiff sit 18th. Cardiff 4 losses in the last 5. Sunderland 2 wins in the last 5. 2 losses and a draw. Sunderland sit 13th, Cardiff sit 23rd. The only team who's worse than that is Wigan. Like, this is really, really poor for Cardiff. They are not looking great. 4 losses. That's embarrassing. For me, they don't win this either. 2-1 Sunderland. I can just see Sunderland getting a huge result here. And yeah, moving on to the next game, which is Swansea City versus Wigan. 2 teams who aren't doing great. Swansea 2 wins, 2 losses and a draw. Wigan haven't won all in the last 5. They are winless in 5. This is really poor for Wigan. They are looking really shaky, really poor, really, just really, I don't know what's going on. They're 24th in the form, of course. And yeah, they're playing against Swansea, aren't they? Yeah. Swansea sit, what is it? 14th. I don't know. It's a really tough game. Both teams not doing great. For me, it'd be a 1-0 Swansea City win. And yeah, moving on to the last game, which is Stoke City versus Birmingham. Birmingham are looking really good this season, and that's 2 wins, 2 draws, and a loss in the last 5. Not bad. Stoke 3 losses and 2 wins. So both teams doing alright. Birmingham sit 13th on 24 points. Stoke sit 17th on 22 points. This will be a really close game. Stoke City sit. Where do Stoke City sit? Stoke 16th in the form table. Birmingham sits 7th. For me, 1-0 Birmingham. I think Birmingham win it. Just about. So yeah, that does wrap up the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.